Hi, hello dear friends. Welcome to YRK Mohan's Race Academy classes. After a long time, these classes especially designed for the second wave of corona. For the students, those who are struggling to receive the offline classes in different parts of the cities. Let us talk about mole concept in this lecture. My topic today is mole concept. Mole concept. As you know, if I am ever asked to talk about the central facial focal point of a complete numerical chemistry, I would say it is the mole concept which is the most important one. So, given this one concept properly, one can completely understand chemistry without any problem. Without this single topic, life for a chemistry would be a life without air. One won't survive also. Without air, one won't survive. The other thing is, what is this concept all about? It is all about counting and weighing. Counting and weighing. Counting huge, really huge numbers and weighing tiny, very tiny masses. Using this concept is possible. We will begin entities called atoms in this concept, and we will then proceed to methods of counting them by introducing the concept of mole. That means the mole concept is a vital concept in this discussion. Look at this way. How to measure atoms and molecules. How to measure atoms and molecules. This is our the first point under discussion. As you go to purchase fruits or vegetables in market, note that you can purchase them in two ways. That means bananas will cost you in dozens mostly, and try purchasing potatoes in dozens. Is there any notable difference? Yes. Bananas from a single bunch will have roughly similar size, while the variety of size of potatoes is large. If the seller informs you that potatoes will cost 10 rupees per dozen, you may walk off with the biggest ones you can find. So, what is this conclusion of this discussion is nothing but, if sizes are similar, objects can be counted rather than being weighed. That is the thing. That means, in this discussion, the matter is a bit more complicated than this one. That means, remember, last time you took your railway ticket, you may be half. That means, or even 1/4 the size or weight of some sumo wrestler, but still you will have a purchase exactly one ticket each and pay some fare, rather unfair. That is not correct. But passengers are counted by numbers. Reservation charts will never tell you that 500 kilograms of passengers are traveling. Okay, this is a funny thing that in trains passengers are counted rather than weighed. Since each passenger occupies a single berth and there are fixed number of berths in the train, that indicates there is a confusion in this discussion that how it is possible in the contemporary discussion of mole concept. That means how it is connected with that one. Consider another case. If it is difficult to understand another case, we have the case of wheat. Yes, in Punjab they will say putar, and wheat grains have pretty much similar size still they are sold by weight. Imagine purchasing wheat as 130 dozens of wheat grains. The time you will take a count to them for one meal may require a time of several meals itself. Note that the number of particles to be counted is too many. It may be more convenient to weigh them even the particles are uniformly sized. So what we understand is, the point we try to stress upon is this: there are two major methods in the measurement: measurement by mass and measurement by number. Measurement by number, the two things are possible here. We always tries to choose more convenient way of depending upon the case we wish to discuss in this measure of atoms and molecules also. Let us start discussing about atomic mass unit and atomic mass. Atomic mass unit, we will say AMU. Small letters also you can use. And another one is atomic mass. Atomic mass. Give me 1 kilogram of sugar. Can be commonly heard at a grocery shop. We measure the mass usually in grams or kilograms. Remember, the atoms and molecules are too small. It is a little inconvenient to count mass of each carbon atom. Actually, mass of each carbon atom is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 23 kilograms. Instead, chemists have chosen a standard of their own that we are calling as atomic mass unit. So, mass of one carbon 12 isotope is exactly 12 AMU. This is nothing but mass of one carbon 12 isotope. In other words, 1 by 12th of carbon 12 isotope is chosen exactly 1 AMU. So, what is 1 AMU? 1 AMU is nothing but 1 by 12th mass of carbon 12 isotope. So, why this carbon 12 only taken, not carbon 13, other things? Just because the relative atomic mass of most of other atoms becomes integers. So, we may find to add at the first sight you are used to treating a mass, that two mass of an atom are fixed quantity. This is a fixed quantity. Okay. So, no doubt, but note that we are measuring only relative mass. That is nothing but how many times is this atom heavier than 1 by 12th of carbon atom. So, mass of hydrogen atom is, this scale is found to be, in this scale is found to be mass of hydrogen is 1.0078. 1.0078. This is in angstrom, atomic mass units. Not exactly 1 AMU. See, if exactly the number is 1.0078 is there, but we will consider it integer as 1. But it is not exactly 1, it is 1.0078 from this standard calculations. So, what is atomic mass? Atomic mass is nothing but, atomic mass unit is nothing but 1 by 12th mass of the carbon 12 isotope. And atomic mass unit of hydrogen, using these calculations quantities, finally we got hydrogen is 1.0078. So, I am not talking about the calculation, I I am just giving you introduction, and how these all things came again will be discussed in the numericals. Let us go on to the another one, nature or percentage abundance of isotopes. Nature or percentage abundance isotopes. As you know, elements exist in nature in the form of various isotopes. For example, if you take chlorine, chlorine exists in chlorine 13, chlorine 37, chlorine 35, chlorine 37. Percentage abundance of chlorine simply means if you choose any 100 atoms of chlorine found in nature, how many atoms will be chlorine 37 and how many atoms then will be chlorine 35. This is an experimental quantity and it cannot be predicted by theory. So, if you choose 100 atoms in this, how many chlorine 13, how many chlorine 37, experimentally it cannot be predicted. So, it has to be calculated, and numerical calculations will give you idea about what is the percentage, and their average is nothing but the average atomic mass of the chlorine. Now, coming to that point, average atomic mass, average atomic mass, average atomic mass. Just now I told, when you look up to the atomic mass of carbon in the table, you will find that the value is not exactly 12 for the carbon. It is 12.01 AMU will come. The reason for the difference is that most natural occurring elements, including carbon, have more than one isotope. That's why this means that we measure the atomic mass of an element, we must generally settle for the average mass of natural occurring mixture of isotopes. So, these two are there, but average atomic mass can be calculated using the percentage of abundance. For example, natural abundance of carbon 12 and carbon 13 are exactly 98.90 for carbon 12 and 1.10 for carbon 13. So, if you take carbon 12, 98.90 percentage, and carbon 13, rest of the value 1.10 percentage. Respect. That means the atomic mass of carbon 13 has been determined to be 13.00 odd will come. That's why the average atomic mass of carbon can be calculated using the calculation part, that is this percentage. If you write it in the decimals, average atomic mass of carbon is will become equals to 0.9890 into carbon 12, atomic mass is 12, plus the other percentage is 1.10 by 100 is 0.0110 into carbon 13, atomic mass is 13, divided by 100. Usually we will write when you use the percentage, but this value, total value, we got exactly 12.01 AMU. So, if you are not using the decimals, if you use 98 and all, you can do it by 100. So, now what is the simplification answer we got is 12.01, indicates that average atomic mass of elements can be calculated using the percentage of abundance. That means percentage of abundance into atomic mass of the isotope plus percentage of abundance of the another isotope into the atomic mass of the isotope. We will get this atomic mass unit, average atomic mass unit. Got it? So, this is what the important thing what we have discussed about the average atomic mass of the elements. In this, more accurate determination gives an atomic mass of carbon value is exactly how much? 12.01 atomic mass units. Note that these calculations involving percentages, and we need to convert the percentages to fractions. After that, we can proceed with the calculation. That's why 98.90 is there, that is became 98.90 by 100 is how much? 0.9890. In the same way, the other percentage 1.10 for carbon 13 has become 0.0110 because 1.10 by 100 is 0.0110. Okay. So these things and all we have taken in the average atomic mass calculations. It is important to understand that we say that atomic mass of carbon 12 is 12.01 atomic mass units, and we are referring to the average value. If the carbon atoms could be exactly examined individually and would find either an atom of atomic mass is 12 AMU or 1 of 13 AMU, but we never say 1 of 12.01 AMU and all these things. So we will go with the approximation values only, that is, this is carbon 12, this is carbon 13. Like that, how to find the average? An easy example, if you take 75% of students scored 70 marks and 25% of students scored 50 marks, then what is the average score asked? Then what you will do? The 75 into 70 plus that 25 into 50 by 100 you will write, you will get 65. What is this? Simple example is nothing but average, how to find the average from the mathematical operations. Okay, hope you understand. In this small class we have given the introduction about mole concept and how to measure the atoms and molecules, and after that atomic mass unit and atomic mass simple discussion, followed by nature of percentage of abundance of isotopes, average atomic mass, simple calculation, induction. So we will going to shortly start the next lecture by building the exercise, concept building exercise in the next class. Okay, thank you.